Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to Man Industries India Limited conference call to discuss in respect of recent disclosures. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star then 0 on your touchtone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Mahantesh from Man Industries. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Good evening, all of you. This is Mahantesh, Manager Investor Relations at Man Industries. On behalf of Man Industries, I welcome you all to the call scheduled for the discussion with respect to the recent disclosures on the stock exchanges. On the call from management, we have Dr. Ramesh Mansakhani, Chairman, Mr. Ashok Gupta, CFO, and the Company Secretary. Before I hand over the call to the management, I would like to highlight that this is a brief call to update the participants on the recent developments, and there won't be any discussion on the financial and business performance of the company for the quarter and the year gone by. So, request the participants to restrict the questions based on the topic of discussion. Now, I would like to hand over the call to Dr. Ramesh Mansakhani for his opening comments, post which we shall be happy to take a few questions. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Good evening. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining this call. I would like to take this opportunity to interact with you and give an update on the recent disclosure on the stock exchanges. The company had received letter from SEBI dated 22nd November 2021 to conduct a forensic audit and had appointed V. Singhi and Associates as a forensic auditor to review the financial statement of the company from year 2015 up to 2021 March. On receipt of the letter, we have reverted to them to reconsider and review their decision regarding the audit based on those discussions. The company had made a disclosure on a stock exchange on 25th February 2022, informing the investor about the same and also inform about transaction audit of the company. Although we also requested SEBI, the State Bank of India has already done this kind of audit in the same period and very recently, and they concluded the audit, the lead by consortium led by State Bank of India to their satisfaction, and they continue to extend all their support to the company. Also, on our request, SBI has furnished the report to SEBI. On 10th May, the said SEBI letter appeared on the stock exchange, upon which we have clarified the next day that the intimation regarding the same had already been provided. You may please also note that company has already provided all the requisite information to the auditors to their satisfaction and have extended full cooperation in respect of the said audit, and as on date, no submission of information is pending from the company. And as we understand, because last 2 months there is no question from them, as we understand, audit report is completed and submitted to SEBI. Also, the company has maintained the highest level of transparency in this call to satisfy all the stakeholders, shareholders in that regard. Now, I would like to open the floor for questions and would be happy to address the queries related to this matter. Thank you.
Thank you. Should we open the floor for Q&A session now?
Yes, you can open the floor.
Thank you very much. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on the touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Anyone who would like to ask a question, you may press star and 1 at this time. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. The first question is from the line of Bellam Rao, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
I would like to know why this letter, which is November dated, is now put on the exchange.
Yes, sir. Company has not made disclosure on 10th May. This is pasted by BSE, NSE, which we are not aware, although we already given our disclosure on 25th February, and that's why we had given again the clarification to the Bombay Stock Exchange on 11th morning. We already informed to all the shareholders through BSE, NSE about the audit of the company.
Sir, my question is not that. My question is why this SEBI letter was put on the exchange now. The letter is very old. Who put it? The company put it.
Listen, please try to understand. This letter is not pasted by the company. This letter is pasted by NSE and BSE at the request of SEBI.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. From our side, we have already made that disclosure in the month of February.
That has been highly misleading, no? Such a old letter.
That's the reason. Yeah, that's the reason we have this call now.
Yeah.
So I agree. So you need to question them, either SEBI or them, that why are you doing like this?
Thank you.
Anyway, that's all. You didn't
Thank
put it on. Okay, right. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone who would like to ask a question, you may press star and 1. The next question is from the line of Concall from Lacuna. Please go ahead.
Hi. So you mentioned during the call that the auditors have already submitted the report to SEBI. Do you get a copy of the report, or do you know what's included in the report?
No, since it is a forensic auditor appointed by SEBI, it's a regulator, and auditors, they never ever share the copy of their report. Though they have discussed they have discussed the issues so many times before reporting to SEBI, but final report is not being shared by us with us.
And are the issues around the consolidation of the subsidiary? Is that the only issue that they found out?
See, whatever information is sought by forensic auditor, we have given all our support, and we have submitted whatever the information asked by them. And as we understand, looking to the size of the company and net worth of the company, there is not any material. There shouldn't be any material aspect in the report.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Chirag Maru from Keynote Capital. Please go ahead. Chirag, your line has been unmuted. Please go ahead with your question.
Am I audible now?
Yes, you're audible.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to know for what reason this forensic audit has taken place.
Yeah, I will reply, Gupta, because little legality apart from the account matter. Chirag, the most important issue here, the major reason mainly why we have not consolidated our subsidiary company of Marino with our main company, listed company with the main industries from 2015. Because 2015-16 onward, to the Bombay High Court, the matter pleadings are pending of the demerger, etc. And nothing, there is no clarity as per the pleadings of the Bombay High Court. That's why we taken the legal opinion, and that's why we have not consolidated the results over there. So there was main of the reason was on their question why you have not consolidated. But we replied satisfactory. If we could have consolidated, it was a very, very near impact on the company's financials. So nothing material, that's all. But because of there is a SEBI, we have to respect them, we have to reply them. So we have completed the full audit as per their wish.
Understood. So what can be that mere impact you're talking about? If you can give a ballpark number to it.
I think this call is only for particular to give the clarification of this issue. But as a company, general comment I give you, company is doing very well, and results are on the corner, and we will keep the call once again in 2 weeks. We will give this thing. But we recently declared some good order from the IOCL. 1 week before, we already declared 807 crore single order. The company is doing well. Everything is very fine, and good support from all the segment of the society.
Sir, actually, I asked the question related to this only, that as you said that Marino's consolidation didn't have a mere impact on the numbers. I'm actually not asking on how the performance of the company would be. Even I am very much updated that the results are going to come. So I just wanted to understand what kind of an impact that you are saying that won't impact company, or it is going to just have a mere impact related to the consolidation of Marino. I just want a ballpark number of related to that.
No, first off, that was very minimum, which is not going to impact the company balance sheet, very small amount. But the auditor also given the figure to them, which is submitted. This is a matter pending before the SEBI. So it is very unfair from my side to give some figure to you, which even I do not know this moment, but it's a very small figure, very, very small figure, which is not going to.
Can I expect that the annual reports of earlier, where the numbers was mentioned by the auditor, is it like the same ballpark number?
No, but right now the report is closed and submitted to over there, as we understand. But what will be the impact, what will be then, even we do not know. But whatever information we will be available on time to time, we will inform you if it is coming something from them. This moment is nothing.
Understood. So the next question I just wanted to know, like, what kind of a timeline that we can expect from the SEBI to give an update regarding the same, so that you might be able to inform the shareholders or the investors of the company that there is actually no impact regarding the forensic audit that has taken place.
No. You see, the State Bank of India and it was lead bank in the earlier conduct the transaction audit, which we came to know because they called up the meeting and the matter closed, and they supported the company in all the issues, including the future expansion program of the company. They sanctioned the loan also and the renew also. So that matter is finished. The SEBI we do not know. The SEBI was the queries. We replied satisfactory at our level. Their auditor has submitted the report. When they will, what they will do, what will be do, we do not know anything this regard. Nothing. We do not know anything. That was the event which is complete from our side. We do not know what is going to happen in future. We do not know. But as regard to, there is no fraud of the company. Nothing is there. We are confident. As Mr. Gupta said, there is no material impact. That's why you can guess also what are we doing.
We have submitted a last set of information from mid of March, and after that we do not have any information from either from the auditor or from SEBI for any pending information. So though we presume that forensic auditor must have submitted the report. Now next course of action that has to be decided by SEBI, and there is no timelines for that.
And we will go ahead.
Yeah.
Love the land. Okay, sir.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Manish Gupta from Solidarity Investment Managers. Please go ahead.
Sir, just one query. You mentioned that your consortium of bankers had also done a forensic audit, and I believe you had
a forensic audit, it's a transaction audit.
Okay. So, they had released some loans to you. Were the loans that they released to you post their audit or pre their audit?
Post their audit.
So after they did an audit, that's when they released the
State Bank of India led consortium, they have appointed transaction auditor in the month of February 2021. They have submitted their, this transaction auditor submitted their report in June, and we had our consortium meeting in 20th of July 2021, where the report got discussed in totality, and it is considered to be closed after due discussion in the consortium. State Bank of India, after submission of that report, they have sanctioned a fresh loan of 165 crore for our ERW expansion.
Right. And I just wanted to check, sir, that given that this transaction report, if State Bank of India would you did mention that State Bank of India shared some report with SEBI on the transaction audit that they had done with you. Would you consider speaking to State Bank of India if that can be released in the public domain? Because it will give a lot of confidence to your stakeholders.
See, this report is submitted by the transaction auditor directly to State Bank of India. They have not shared the copy with us. And State Bank of India, they have transaction auditor, they have made a presentation to the consortium on 20th of July. And whatever issues reported by them, that got discussed in length. But unfortunately, they have not shared the copy with us. So we are not aware whether State Bank of India, they will upload the report on the exchanges or somewhere, because that is in the hand of State Bank of India.
Yeah.
And now the report is quite old. That report is now, it is of 8 months back.
Okay. My only point was if you could request them if they can share and if it can be put in the public domain. And they might decide to say no, but I'm sure you can request them. That's all my submission was.
We will do that. We will do that.
Mr. Gupta, Mr. Manish. Yes, sir. They're normally, in the normal course, they do not share because they're internal documents, and even they are not given to us, but they're given to SEBI because it's a government between bank and the government. SEBI is a government organization. But they prepare the minutes, clean sheet, deal with the company, the support, which is they minuted, and they inform to all the members of the company as well as to the other members of the banks also. And we already informed to SEBI also. So this is already done. So that's why there is no procedure, as I remember. Earlier also there was audit a few years before, 5-7 years before. Also we did ask the copy, but they said we do not share it normally. It is a confidential document. But they get the clarity. If they need any doubt is there, they get the clarity and their satisfaction, then they support the company. And they support it and they are supporting every time, sir. Okay, very clear. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Manish. Thank you.
Thank you, Manish.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Manan Patel from Airavat Capital. Please go ahead.
Hello, sir. Thank you for the opportunity. Sir, my question is, the SEBI SBI audit was regarding the same matter of Marino, or was that a different matter?
The company, it started from the complaint from the brothers dispute few years before, and that's why it arose from there. But not only Marino, the major issue was the Marino why you not consolidated. But once they do the audit, they do the audit for all the aspects of the company for the few years. And as Mr. Gupta already said, there was not any material issue. That's why our banks are supporting, and hopefully SEBI will be, I hope SEBI will be also satisfied the issues. Yeah.
Okay, got it, sir. So second question is, yesterday we submitted a disclosure regarding purchase of 1 lakh shares from the market on 11th May. So from what I understand, you would be in a trading closure window, right? So how can we, as a public entity, purchase the shares in the middle of the window which is closed?
We, as regard to, is not my knowledge. There will be by our, maybe some of our group company, which this moment I am not aware of this issue.
Sir, it is clearly mentioned Man Finance Limited acting in concert with Mr. Ramesh Mansukhani, Mr. Nikhil Mansukhani. If you can see that disclosure, it is very clear that all of the current promoters are involved in that.
Oh, the reason is, myself, Ramesh Mansukhani, I am not involved in that company. Nikhil in USA, I am not aware. But definitely once you are talking to me, and I will check up with them.
Because this again we had been reported and in insider trading few years back. Now if again this issue comes up, we have to be very careful with these things, sir.
Oh, yes, sir. If any problem is there, we will see. But we never involved any inside trading company history of the company. If you see last 5 years, there is not at all any inside trading any issue on us. Maybe some other technical, but not any insider.
Yes, sir. So if you can give a disclosure regarding what technical problem would have happened regarding this trade also, it would be great. It would help all the participants.
Sure. Let me check over there, because the person is not here. Since you are asking, definitely will, and we'll see, sir.
Sure. Thanks a lot, sir. All the best.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Rohit Prakash from Marshmallow Capital. Please go ahead.
Thank you for the opportunity, sir, and thank you for holding this call so quickly and giving all the answers so honestly and openly. It's appreciated. So my question is, so as you mentioned that last year SBI had conducted the audit, they were happy and they disbursed the loan of 165 crores along with the consortium after the audit. I'm curious to know, post the SEBI letter in November, where they ordered a forensic audit, has there been any change of stance by SBI or any of the other consortium bankers because they are uncomfortable with something, or all the consortium bankers continue to be lenders to the company as was the case 1 year back?
We are happy to announce that even after having that disclosures made by us, we have just inducted new bank in our consortium, that is Indian Bank, and that shows the confidence reposed by our banks in the company and its performance. So far as existing bankers are concerned, all the bankers are very active, and they are extending all their support in the best performance of the company.
Understood. And just to reiterate this, as far as this particular issue is concerned, there is nothing that is to be done from the company's end. The SEBI might or might not disclose that the forensic audit is complete and there is no issue. We just stay and wait for something to happen, and if nothing happens, our business continues as usual. Am I right, sir?
Of course.
Okay. Thank you so much. That's all from my end. And thank you once again for holding the call.
Thank you, Prakash. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Man Asher, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon, sir. I just want to point out certain things on SEBI letter, which was posted on the site, BSE site. Here it's mentioned that they would be focusing on the provisioning of bad debts and genuineness of trade receivables, and also for the diversion of funds, which you haven't discussed it yet. So what is this point all about?
Sir, Mr. Asher, the letter is, we have a consortium letter from different companies. This is a very standard letter. Every letter having the same language. This is a very standard scope which they send to all the company which is under the audit.
Okay. And you mentioned that SBI audit, which was last year, also had point out certain things regarding consolidation. So had you considered consolidating this financial year or something, because it was clearly pointed out the fact that it might arise problem, since SBI had pointed out that it is arising problem, so SEBI pointed out the same thing.
No, SBI also examined, but because of the Bombay High Court letter, they were satisfied and opinion also, and that's why they didn't go in the more serious this issue. SEBI is gone more serious this issue. That's why it is our duty to convince them, satisfy them. But there is a legal opinion, because if any problem is there and matter is going in the court, then we have some waiver that will come in the future also. And you will see in near future, definitely there will be consolidation, and I think everything will be over.
Okay. And if in the matter of consolidation, do you think the retrospective effect would be given, as it is clearly mentioned that they would be inspecting the results from financial year 14-15?
No. We're not going to make the balance sheet to change anything. That is past is past. Whatever is going to be in the futuristic only, it's not going to make any impact over there.
In any case,
again, I'm repeating this thing. There is a very minimal impact, which may be plus side, which may be minus side, which is not a material, as Mr. Ashok Gupta said, which I'm also repeating this thing again, sir.
And what is the most limit that SEBI can take this matter to? I mean, the outcome of it, as you are saying that you have to satisfy them with your legal opinion and stuff, but if they do not get satisfied with your comments and audits, then what is the next step that you are willing to take here?
Okay, sir, whatever then they will ask anything, if they call us, ask us, so we will satisfy them. This is auditor. Auditor role was limited to submit the report, which he understanding he did it. Now if the SEBI will call us, give the explanation, then we will explain and satisfy them.
Okay. And this, since it is of November, the audit is completed by the auditor named V. Singh and Associates, right?
Yes, sir.
right.
Okay, sir. That's it from my side. Thank you.
Thank you. As there are no further questions from the participants, I now hand the conference over to Mr. Mahandesh for closing comments.
Thank you all for joining us today on this call. We hope to have addressed and solved all your queries, and thank you once again. For any further queries, please write to us.
Thank you. On behalf of Man Industries India Limited, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your lines.